And we have my son Mason Mazurkevich with us today. How you doing?
Good.
This is his first TV appearance. He's our little guest today, right, Tom?
Yeah, this is awesome. So I told him he might make it big, and next time we see you, it'll be like Beverly Hills.
He'll be giving out
How
autographs.
cool would that be?
What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so why is he on the show? We're talking about eczema. Affects a lot of people each and every year.
Absolutely. And they call eczema the itch that rashes. So basically, people are born with this condition. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it comes out later in life. Sometimes it comes out sooner. So there's usually a hereditary. So anybody in your family that you know of has eczema or hay fever or asthma? Believe it or not, it goes along with hay fever and asthma also.
Does it go along with allergies? Because our family, my side has a lot of allergies, food allergies,
absolutely.
Very sensitive to detergents and some food.
Yeah, they're all related.
Okay.
Okay, and they all have to do with the immune system and the way people tolerate the immune system. And, interestingly, they've shown that kids with pets have a less chance of developing eczema because they're exposed to more germs that way.
Well, we're allergic to dogs and cats.
So forget that. You may have to get a salamander or something like really cool.
So we had
tarantula.
What pet did you have?
Lizard.
He had a lizard, and we have 2 betta fish. So that's
I don't know if they count.
They don't count.
I don't think they count. We'll have to check, all right? So, but yeah, people are really, really sensitive. So when did you start itching? Do you remember?
When did you start itching?
Not the exact date, but around.
How old were you?
I don't know.
Maybe 2?
2.
2 or 3?
Okay.
And where was the itching? What parts of your body?
Behind my knees.
Okay.
And on my foot.
And on your feet. He gets it around his ankles, behind his knees, on his arms, behind his ears.
Well, see, those are all classic areas, okay? People with eczema, the classic spots are behind the knees and behind the elbows and the neck, okay? And people can start itching on their face and anywhere else, but those are classic. And people tend to either grow in or grow out of eczema. It can be very bad as a kid. And then as you get older, hopefully for you, you'll be one of the kids who just grows out of it by the time you're a teenager. Unfortunately, I just saw 2 adults today who've had eczema all their lives, and they were very, very severe. So, but that's usually not the case.
All right.
So we're hoping.
Now, could some things aggravate your skin and then turn into eczema? We were away recently, and we're going to show you some pictures when we came back from the irritation of the chlorine in the water rubbing against the back of his legs. He was scratching, as you said, about the itching and the spreading.
Exactly. Well, temperature changes definitely play a role. Okay, but it's usually cold. Okay, people who have eczema are more sensitive to the cold, and that can make it worse. But of course, you guys were down south, and then you came back, and it was cold. Certain clothing can make it worse. Anything with wool can make you itchier. Okay, so we tell people with eczema, get clothes without wool. Okay, and then some people are just very, very prone to things like perfumes and hairsprays. So even if you as parents are wearing that, if your child is sensitive, sure, they can develop symptoms just from that, and that's more allergic.
Soaps,
that can happen.
You got to watch about soaps and shampoo and different kinds of suntan lotion. For us,
all those things,
suntan lotion.
All those things, they have chemicals in them, and some people are very, very sensitive to chemicals, and so you have to be careful. So we tell people to use very, very mild soaps. Okay, people shouldn't overly bathe. It's kind of a myth that you have to bathe every day. Okay, but if you do bathe, you want to use a mild soap, and as soon as you get out of the bath or shower, make sure you totally dry off. Okay, because if you leave moisture on the skin, when you get out of the bath or shower, what's going to happen? The moisture is going to evaporate and pull water from underneath your skin.
Aha!
Okay, so
now I see why we're developing the eczema behind the legs, where we don't dry it off.
Yeah, and that's the best time to wear a moisturizer. So if you're going to use a moisturizer, then it's okay if you're a little bit damp, as long as you put a moisturizer, because that'll trap that moisture, okay, and will help your skin. Okay, now I saw Mason about a week and a half ago, and he was broken out. Okay, and his eczema was flaring, and we gave him a medicine.
Yes,
and
we had them with us.
Yeah, and he did great. Okay, so
you gave us this once before, so at home we use Verdeso.
Right, and that's what's called a low potency topical steroid. It's kind of like hydrocortisone that you can get in the drugstore, but it's a little bit more potent than that. And it's very, very safe, and you can use that all over. And
then we came in to see you, and you saw the pictures, and you gave us Cloderm, and this is a cream. Right, and Cloderm is a more potent topical. They're called topical steroids, and they can be used to treat anything from eczema to things like poison ivy, okay, and they work very, very well. But the key is you want to use the strongest strength first, and then as people get better, we tend to decrease the strength. And then hopefully just moisturizers alone will control this. Now, okay. I know that you do have, or you did, have some different kinds of sunscreen if you do have eczema, which I was a bad mommy and forgot ours, so we bought sunscreen down there, right, that you can use. But this sunscreen is one that he does well with. Right, and sooner or later it'll get sunny around here, but hopefully. But some sunscreens have a lot of chemicals in them. Okay. But there are some sunscreens which have minerals such as zinc or titanium, which is the one you have there. Okay. And they're less prone to cause allergic reactions. So in people who are really, really sensitive, yes, any sunscreen with zinc or titanium, that's what I recommend for people with sensitive skin, because that's kind of important. Can you get that sunscreen over the counter? Mm-hmm. Yeah, all sunscreens are available over the counter, which is good. But you want to make sure, again, if you have sensitive skin, make sure it has zinc or titanium dioxide in there. Okay? Mason, you have anything to add? This is your big debut, all right? Yeah. Say something, all right? What do you think about coming to see Dr. Schleicher? Is he helping did he help you with your eczema?
Yeah.
Okay, so before we came, it was all itchy, right? Describe that, what it felt like.
Itchy.
Okay.
It was perfect. So
eczema, a lot of people have it. It is treatable.
It's treatable. It's not curable. Okay. The real good news for people with severe eczema is the fact that the FDA is about ready to approve an injectable medicine, which the preliminary results are phenomenal. Okay, so stay tuned because it's going to bring relief to a lot of people. Okay, from eczema to one of my favorite topics, we're going to talk about Botox and fillers and, just upkeep. For once, we're not doing you today. I know, for once. Right, so we have a guest with us and brought in one of my friends, and we're going to talk about doing this instead of getting a facelift. Talk about some procedures that you can get. I think, Mason, you're a little too young for Botox. Do you want Botox? Right? So come back. Needle in your face? What do you think? Year, all right? What do you think? All right, so we'll be right back.